Wong Fei-hung is a martial arts student at his father's academy. His skills are good, but his cockiness often gets him into trouble with the teacher, family matters, and the wider community. When his father demands Fei-hung be taught by the infamous master Beggar So, a drunkard with a reputation for torturing his students, Fei-hung gradually learns that it's his own insolence that continues to get him into more trouble, and he has a long way to go before he can mend his reputation. This is Yuen Wu-ping's Drunken Master, a parody of martial arts classic cinema, yet also a classic in its own right. An early demonstration of Jackie Chan's mastery of comedic physicality and his commitment to intense martial arts choreography. The film manages to lampoon, yet also sincerely implement traditional martial arts themes of dedication and discipline, while also illustrating the necessity for challenging one's own shortcomings in the process to repair their own reputation. More humble in its modest scale in comparison to the heightened excess of Jackie Chan's later successes with the police story films, or Rumble in the Bronx, Drunken Master still remains an electrifying display of comedic, action-packed talent. Viewers familiar with traditional martial arts classics will come to recognise certain tropes. An antagonist, an oppressor who belittles and exploits a community, the desperation for a representative to fight back, and the cherishing of the underdog willing to fulfill that role. We can see these ideas implemented across short-scope classics and wuxia cinema. Drunken Master recognises the familiarity of these ideas, and knows just how to freshen them up, having fun with it while doing so. The antagonists are often clumsy, and our underdog hero is an arrogant young adult willing to cruise by in society on the coattails of his successful father. While there is still the necessity for the protagonist to overthrow the antagonist and their injustices, there's also a lot more hoops the protagonist needs to leap through first beforehand. Yuen Wu-ping's film knows that our hero first needs to be brought down a peg, and while we know Jackie Chan has immaculate prowess as a physical actor, there's a giddy delight in seeing his character Wong Fei-hung getting his butt schooled again and again and again. Accompanied by many pratfalls, slapstick gags, and absurd, broadly humorous expressions, Drunken Master takes the cinematic legacy of martial arts to its silliest extent, making the concept of tackling societal injustice all the more accessible. Drunken Master knows how to refresh familiar tropes, but it never mocks the mastery of martial arts, or its benefits, unless it gives a walloping to the ignorant for it. This is how Drunken Master manages to walk the tightrope between parody and sincere dedication to the craft it displays. It's funny, but it's also sincere in its portrayal of the necessity of discipline in overcoming our flaws and social adversities. While Jackie Chan is a household name now, Drunken Master at the time was one of the early titles that gave him a starring role to spotlight his martial artistry, his comedic talents, and his on-screen down-to-earth relatability. When considering how classic martial arts films may usually centre on characters such as monks, protégés, and ancient masters, Jackie Chan's cinematic presence widened this towards the goofballs, the class clowns, and the well-intentioned fool, a demonstration that martial arts can become a means for personal growth, self-improvement, and selflessness. Before, he was likely best known for his stunt work on Bruce Lee productions, sometimes appearing in a supporting role. Drunken Master catapulted Jackie Chan beyond into his own cultural legacy, and very quickly it became clear as to why. Chan's martial arts and physical performance style implements comedy as naturally as we breathe air, recognizing the comical potential for every environment, prop, and limb when choreographing a captivating fight scene. Everything becomes a potential visual gag in his nimble rapid-fire choreography. The closest cinematic comparison that could be made is that of Buster Keaton. Similarly, a comedic stuntman at heart, recognizing the great potential for instinctive laughter in cleverly timed visual comedy. Sometimes Jackie Chan's choreography can be broadly and crudely funny, such as when he uses the butt of a sword to pretend like he's chopping up a crook like vegetables, and sometimes the physicality sets up even more elaborate gags, such as the numerous ways Wong Fei-hung is punished with hyper-specific training methods as a consequence of his own attempts to weasel out of disciplining. Each gag is cemented in their brilliant impact, usually due to how fully committed Jackie Chan is to every single one. Alongside the display of Jackie Chan's own performance dedication, Drunken Master embraces discipline and its branching ideas as recurring themes throughout the film. Wong Fei-hung requires discipline, his arrogance and poor reputation continuing to get him into trouble, his central character arc on how gradually developing discipline in martial arts overcomes his selfishness and know-it-all cockiness. Through this discipline, his own reputation improves. Reputation becomes another recurring concept throughout the film, suggesting that we as viewers should not make assumptions about first impressions. For example, Beggar So may look like an average drunkard, assumed by Wong Fei-hung to just be a typical old man who likes to drink a bit too much wine, but in reality Beggar So is a local master of the masters, the tutor who excels in ability above most others. This lesson to not make assumptions based on appearances is encapsulated excellently in the titular Drunken Master's own Drunken God styles, where the illusion of unsteadiness deceives the opponent before utilising numerous strategic actions, various limbs, and aiming towards the opponent's many potential targets, the styles themselves resembling differing gods and goddesses. There's a fluid elegance to the movements on display to achieve this sense of intentional clumsiness not dissimilar to Jackie Chan's own physical performance style, which illustrates immense preparation and prowess to showcase martial arts versatility, while also pretending to be a goofball. By utilising this visual irony, Drunken Master reinforces a central notion that we shouldn't rely on our surface-level assumptions as the basis of another's reputation, when beneath the surface is a wealth of unseen potential. In conclusion, Yuen Wu-ping's Drunken Master is an outstanding early lead role from Jackie Chan, a cinematic master of his craft, balancing humour, action and moral ideas of self-improvement and overthrowing oppression. Drunken Master also knows how to freshen up traditional concepts within martial arts cinema through rapid-fire gags and cathartic hard lessons learned. Delightful in its absurd and broad silliness, yet also sincere in its testament to human dedication, there's no surprise why this film has become a classic within the martial arts genre. A special thank you to my incredible tier Patreon supporters Gil, Jared Spears of Concessions, Javier Greel of Markswatch, and Keith Gaylor, and my super tier Patreon supporters Sportzilla and Eclair.